Today, we're talking about a very interesting weapon, and the reason that's so interesting is because it's apparently so boring. Today we're taking a look at the dual skanas, or as Afro Gamer Ninja said on July 31st, 2013, your starting sword, ×2. He has such a way with words. I'm going to be completely honest here, like most of these videos, I don't think this one is going to be very exciting. I've used dual swords before, and undoubtedly, they were far better than the dual skanas. I've also used the skana before, so I can't imagine the double fisting experience is much different than the single fisting experience. Alright, now that we got the intro out of the way, let's start talking about the stats of the skana. We'll start with the good side. The dual skana looks cool. I've always liked the skana's looks, so doubling it just doubles the cool factor. It also has a very high ribbon deposition, because that's really important. Alright! Now that we've talked about the good things about the weapon, let's move on to all of the negatives, which far outnumber the positives. The dual skanas, I think, have the lowest crit chance I've ever seen on the melee, at only 5% crit chance. Now, I'm sure there's a melee with lower crit chance, but that's why I said it's the lowest I've ever seen. I mean, at 5% crit chance, there's just no reason to even ever try to build a crit chance build on the dual skanas, or even like pray for a crit. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Alright, well, if the crit chance is that bad, that must mean that the stash chance has to be good, or at least passable, right? And well, it is passable. At 16%, that's absolutely nothing to write home about, but it can be worked with. If you were in the military, fighting overseas, fighting for your country, fighting for freedom, you probably wouldn't write any letters to your wife if she was the dual skanas. That's what I'm getting at here. A depressing analogy? Sure. But it's absolutely an accurate one that wasn't a reach at all. I never make reaches in these videos. I never make reaches. I only ever speak facts and truth. On top of having an extremely low crit chance, a low stash chance, the dual skanas also have the slowest attack speed of all dual wield blades. Or at least it's tied with the Dex Dakra, which is a pretty decent weapon, and dual cleavers. On top of all these incredibly negative things, on the rare chance you might get a crit, the crit is only a 1.5 multiplier, which I think is actually tied for the lowest I've ever seen on a non-beam weapon. The dual skanas is ass. Complete and utter ass. And when you have below average damage for dual blades on top of all of this, it becomes ass with a little bit of shit still on it. Someone didn't wipe very good. And I don't know who didn't wipe very good, but it was whoever came up with the stats for the dual skana. So whoever that is, look their name up in the telephone book and give them a call. Okay, look. I know I'm really bending the skana over here and giving a little rail session. So I think it's fair to mention that the dual skanas is unlocked at Mastery Rank 0. And is seen as a direct upgrade to the very first sword you can get in the game, which is the skana, obviously. So there's no reason to hold the weapon to obscene standards, and the only reason I'm going after it this hard is because it's funny, and in my personal opinion, I just think I'm funny, okay? I'm sorry. And because it really is, it really is complete and utter booty cheeks, though. So, I mean, it is ass, it's just doesn't deserve to be called ass because it's a beginner weapon. Oh, sorry, I'm ranting here. I just want to let you guys know that since I really am holding the dual skana to unfair standards here. Now, after talking an unbelievably large amount of unfair shit about this terrible weapon, I will use it for the first time ever. I'll be using it on the typical low-level Grenadier extermination mission that I always do, and we'll see how it goes. Stationed here. Leave no one standing. What's up, players? Oh, that's such a bad intro. Oh my gosh. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Game Fanatic Cook, and today. Oh wait, no. What's my name on this channel? Because I have a channel called Game Fanatic Cook. I have a channel called Cook the Fanatic. Okay, whatever my name is, I forgot. We're using the dual skanas. What the fuck are these things called? What the hell? Dual skanas. We're using the dual skanas. What the fuck did I get that from? We're using the dual skanas for the very first time ever. They are obviously unmodded, as they always are, on the first beginning extermination mission here on Earth. We're going to be seeing how good they are, how fun they are to use, and, after slicing them a few times, let's just be honest here, they're dual blades. We've all used dual blades before, and I mean, there's nothing special, right? Like who gives a shit, right? I kind of like this, stabbing attack. That's actually a pretty cool attack. I actually like a little look at that. I'm not sure how viable it is, or if it's a great attack. It probably increases reach, maybe. But actually, it seems like pretty good reach, to be honest with you. But that's cool. But besides that, it's pretty typical for a dual blade. I mean, it is a typical dual blade. It's acting just like a typical dual blade. And it's, if anything, it's actually slower. You can actually tell it's slower, which is very unfortunate because it is tied for the slowest dual blade in the entire game, which is just awful. But like I said in the intro, this is, I think, the earliest dual blade you can get. So, or at least it's tied for earliest because you can get it at MR0. So it's kind of unfair to judge this weapon too harshly, which I am keeping in mind for this segment of the video. Because, you know, I was making fun of it quite a bit in the intro, and that's because that's for fun. The intros are always funny, they're always meant to have a good time, but then when we actually get into using the weapons is when we get a little bit more serious, which I'm doing right now. But yeah, the weapon isn't great. Let's just be honest. It's not a good weapon. Right now, it is mowing through these level 1 enemies, which I'm not surprised by because every weapon on this series ever has mowed through these enemies, and we have yet to find a melee weapon in this series that doesn't one-shot most of the enemies on this, besides like the bombards and shit. Obviously, they're not going to get one-shot. But other than those, every single melee weapon we've used on this series one-shots everything. That's just is how it works. You're never going to get a melee weapon that doesn't one-shot level 1 enemy. We have had guns that don't one-shot though, like the Kraken, the most awfulest, worst weapon of all time. And then the Gorgon obviously did not one-shot when we did the first time usage, but that's because it has like 80 bullets. It fires 80 bullets per fucking second, so obviously it's never going to one-shot any enemy. Let's just be real here. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it's meant for. But yeah. The Skana, I mean, it just feels like a normal dual blade. There's nothing special about it. It's slower than normal. It's so, like, boring. It's just kind of not, like, anything to say about it, right? It's just an early level MR weapon. It has a slick design. I do like the design of the weapon. It has a little bit of red in it. It looks very jagged. It looks very sharp. It looks like a powerful blade, to be honest. It looks better. And, like, its looks are so much superior to, like, its actual stats and, like, goodness factor. It's just looks are amazing. I love the design of this weapon. It's not too over the top. As you guys know, I don't like over the top designs. It has like one of the, you know, it's honestly one of the better designs in this series so far, in my opinion. It's like laid back enough, but still looks very violent and powerful at the same time. But I mean, that goes for the song Skana too. This is just ×2, so it's ×2 is cool, right? But other than that, yeah, I mean, is it better than normal Skana? I don't like quite remember my use of the normal Skana a ton. But in all honesty, I think the normal Skana may have attacked a little bit faster. I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and check the stats, but I feel like the normal Skana attacked faster, just like using it. That's probably not true. I hope that's not true. But if it is, then, you know, that's just like, why even make it dual blades then? But I'm sure it just attacks faster. At least I would hope so. Pretty good pound attack. I don't mind that at all. It also has pretty good slash procs, which is nice. You know, slash is, I've learned recently, probably some of the most important damage type in the game. So, if not the most important damage type, I've learned that very recently. I know I am so casual. So having slash is always a good sign. But I mean, most sword weapons are going to have slash, guys. Believe it or not, sword weapons are going to have slash. Isn't that crazy? Weapons that slash with jagged edges do slash damage. This is unreal. Of course I have that. I don't know why I check these anymore on Earth. I obviously have like everything on Earth. I do these missions so often. But yeah, guys, isn't that a crazy theory? I'm just so smart. I'm putting you guys on game that weapons that slash do slash damage. Like slash. Oh, that's actually a stab right there. So maybe I'm off a bean right now because I'm actually kind of wrong. Look at that. There we go. We'll get some slashes going in there. Get a full combo going. Yeah, this weapon attacks very slow for a sword. Look at that. That's like not very fast. I like that end attack there. It looks like that has a lot of range. It's a lot of enemies at once maybe that are in front of you. I don't know. I'm just looking for positive at this point. But obviously this is just the first usage. This isn't a difficult mission. We really don't get to see its full utility until, you know, I take my time leveling up. I get to experience a little bit more. And then when we do the max level, I'll tell you guys about how that feels. But anyway, let's move on to the next part of the video, which will be the bridge between the first usage and then, of course, the final usage. Peace out, guys. Alright guys, so I've now fully leveled the dual Skanas, and let me just tell you, it went exactly like how I thought it would go. Yeah, there's not really anything unique about these weapons, there's nothing really exciting. It's the Skana ×2, and I've used the Skana before. And the reason that, you know, I titled this video, the most boring weapon in Warframe. And the reason that title fits, they'll be saying, but Cook, the Skana is the most boring weapon in Warframe, because it's this weapon, but one. My argument is you get the Skana first. It's the first weapon you use, and it's totally unique. The dual Skanas is the Skanas +2. The Skana isn't the dual Skanas -1. The Skana, wait no, the dual Skanas is the Skana plus. You get the point what I'm saying here is the Skana was the original. It was the OG. It was the GOAT. And the dual Skanas is the cheap imitation. So it was boring. Anyway, beyond that, I did some leveling in the Plains of Edelon. I did some leveling in, some Earth extermination missions, just trying to grind out the 15 missions from a night wave as quick as possible. And then I went to the, you know, the where you get a lot of the XP, the free XP, the Cephalon Suda shit. That's what I did after that. So that's how I leveled it to level 30. Nothing too interesting, nothing too fun. I had an alright time with it. It definitely doesn't feel terrible to use this weapon. This weapon is not like an ugly or nasty feeling weapon. It's just horrifically standard. It's just horrifically average. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's statistic. Sorry, my dog's coming up my stairs. Statistically, it's actually complete dog shit. But like using it, it's just horrifically average. I'd rather use a weapon like the Stug, which is extremely bad and unique, than a weapon that's just, normal. Because I played Warframe for hundreds of hours. I want the uniqueness. I want the newness now. You know what I'm saying? I want new things. I want to experience new, great things. Anyway, dual Skana suck. I'll go ahead and show you guys the mods I have on it right here for the final gameplay I'm about to do here in a second. And my dog is licking his balls. That's awesome. That is awesome. Oh, yeah, he's going crazy. Hey, Cook. Hey, Cook. My dog's named Cook. I know. It's so cute. Cook. 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 He's going crazy right now. That's what he's doing. Anyway. Yeah, I bet you guys can hear that because it's really loud. He's actually like, holy shit, that's really loud. Anyway, I was distracted. Yes, so here's my mods I'm using for. I probably already showed you, and then I'll show you go ahead and show you guys a goat who built this weapon. I went up and looked up someone who built the dual Skanas. I'm not sure who it is yet. I'll credit them as the top in the description, so if you want to know, watch their video about how to build the dual Skanas, go look at their video because they actually have a better build than me. It's probably Lazar Gaming or Nightmare or one of those OGs, Warframe legends. But anyway, let's move on to the final gameplay now. Let's get it. Let's have some fun. Peace out.
But I'm unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk.
What's up, guys? It is Cook the Fanatic, and today we're using the dual Skanas on the max level here to finish off this video. I give you guys my final thoughts and enjoyments of using the dual Skanas. I already showed you guys a proper build. Now I'll go ahead and say who I got from. This guy named Dog or something. He has like 19,000 subs, and he's an OG Warframe creator from like 9 years ago. Once again, I don't know nothing about this guy's personal life, but yeah, a decent video about the dual Skana. The video was 9 years ago, so I'm not sure how up to date it is for the dual Skanas, so it might not be the best build, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, there's not a whole lot of builds for the dual Skanas. It's almost like people don't care about this weapon at all. Like, at all. It's almost like people don't care about the dual Skanas, guys. It's almost like people don't care. That's probably because the dual Skana is the most boring weapon in the game, which I believe I've already told you guys. This weapon is just not an entertaining weapon to use. Like, let's just be real here. It functions like any other dual sword, except it moves slower, does less damage, has less status chance, has less crit chance than like anything else. Like, it's actually just terrible. As you can see though, with my pretty mid build I have on it, you guys see I don't have any like forma or anything on it. It's absolutely mowing through these level 30 enemies, like very easily, obviously. And that's just with like 5 different mods on it, a good stance mod. So I mean, it doesn't take a lot to make these weapons like viable in the. I guess would you guys say this is mid game? Kuba Fortress is mid game. I'm not really sure. Warframe's so interesting to me because I feel like it has like a very long. Like, not very long, like a semi-long early game, and then like an incredibly short mid game, and then like a marathon 500-hour late game. You guys know what I'm saying? I feel like the mid game of Warframe is just so short, so I don't know what it classifies as. Because like I feel like Kuba Licks are not mid game, right? And that's like the step up from level 30 missions. I feel like it's Kuba Licks. So it's like, I don't know, man. Anyway, I'm counting this as mid game. Fuck it. Level 30 counts as mid game, has to, right? If it doesn't, where the hell else is mid game? But anyway, yeah, I didn't have a ton of fun with these weapons. I mean, it wasn't awful. Like, it's not a bad experience like the Kraken was or the Gorgon was for me. Even though I know you guys like that weapon, I can see potential in that weapon. The Gorgon just isn't for me. But it just wasn't like a bad time like I had with those weapons. Obviously, the Stug is a terrible time as well. And it wasn't like a bad time like those weapons. However, those weapons are more entertaining and more fun to make this video on because there's just more to say about and more to talk about. Like, I can act rage about the cum gun with the Stug. Like, oh my gosh, I'm shooting cum! Wow! That's a funny joke, guys. No one's made that one before. comment more, guys. Talk about how it's come more. It's so funny every time. Sorry, I got off topic there. But it's just nothing to say about it. Like, it's going to be hard to fill up the dude. Like, I have to kill 50 more enemies and fill this up with talking about the dual Skanas. What the hell am I going to say? It's the Skana times 2, as Afro Gamer said famously. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to say here, guys? And then, yeah, it's doing decent anyway. It's going through this guy pretty easy for being a high, like not high level, but mid level, level 30. Exilius. What the fuck is that word? Someone tell me what that word is. Someone I think told me how to pronounce it in the comments. I do appreciate that. I did read that comment, but I forgot to remember the comment. I forgot to remember the actual important context of that comment, so I do apologize for that. But it's just I don't know. The dual Skanas are just mid, bro. They're just mid. No, they're not mid. That's incorrect. They're mid and they're fun to use. They're just like a standard weapon. It feels like everything else. There's nothing special about it. You're not going to like be super interested in using them. There's just nothing there. They're actually just ass when it comes to stats. That's the thing. Once again, ow. I just got blown up by a mine. Once again, guys, it is a MR0 weapon, so it does get some forgiveness there. But these videos aren't about forgiveness. They're about truth, and this weapon is ass. It just has no positives. There's no positives. I think it might literally be the worst dual weapon in the game, worst dual blade in the game. Not worst weapon, obviously. Worst dual blade in the game. It's hard to imagine one worse. When doing research on the dual Skana, I've seen most people seem to agree that it's definitely towards the bottom of dual blades, if not the worst dual blade. Maybe dual cleavers is close. I'm not sure. People didn't seem to enjoy that weapon too much. I actually want to try out dual cleavers though, because I think they look awesome design-wise. So that might be a video upcoming soon. But that seems to be like their closest comparison, maybe. Except the Skana is just like less fun, which I can believe because the Skana isn't fun. It's just a standard weapon. And for someone who's played, you know, nearly what 500 hours of Warframe, if not more, it's just not doing it for me. You know, I just came to these weapons way too late. Maybe if like this was your first dual blade, it'd be like it was easy into dual blades. Like you can enjoy it a little more. Like hey, I used the Skana before. Like I like this weapon too. But you know what I'm saying. But just in this current state of me using it. And the context that I'm using it, you know, for these videos, it's just ass. It's just not fun. It's just like basic, you know. Like I keep saying it's not fun, but like that's not completely true because it is fun because Warframe. I love everything about Warframe. It's just so much less fun than using something that's like a better weapon or a more unique weapon, right? Because whenever I'm playing Warframe, I'm having fun, guys. As much as I like talk shit on these videos about the Stug or the Gorgon or even the Kraken, I still like using the Kraken more than I like not using it, right? So I just enjoy using every weapon in this game because I love this game. I have an addiction that's, you know, there's something wrong with me. Guys, I make fucking like YouTube videos on this game. Like that's how much of a loser I am. You guys see these videos. I know they're not the highest quality, but they definitely do take some time to make. They definitely take a lot of effort to make, you know. So I mean, it's like I'm obviously addicted to this game like a motherfucker. So, I mean, using any of these weapons, I always have fun with it, you know? But it's like, you know, I just have more fun with different weapons, and dual Skana is definitely one of the lower ones on the list. I would much rather be using, like, the Stug form in these videos. It'd be much more interesting to do the right, much more fun to do the right, because, you know, it's just more to talk about. Like, come, guys! Get back on that. This video is going to get demonetized. Holy shit, guys. Not that that matters. You guys know, I average $5 per video, which I think is pretty cool. But, you know, what do I know? But anyway, yeah. So I really don't have too much more to say about the dual Skana, which is convenient because there's only 3 enemies left to kill. You might be saying, Cook, did you time this? Were you looking at the enemies you had to kill? And that's when you're going to choose to start creating the intro of the video. And the answer is correct because, yeah, I'm smart like that. I'm smart like that, guys. I'm so smart. What is wrong with me? Why? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just having a good time. I'm having a good time talking to you guys. I love hearing myself talk. I am a narcissist. And that's something I do want to talk about real quick. Not that I'm a narcissist. No, I'm not. I'm just like everyone else. But like YouTubers always talk about how they're narcissists and shit because like you have to be a narcissist to want to blah blah blah. That you deserve shit. It's like everyone thinks like that though. Like if everyone's not at least a little bit narcissistic, you're not doing life right. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone has to be a little bit narcissistic. You have to believe you deserve that promotion. You have to believe that you can like hold an audience like attention. You have to believe in these things. You know what I'm saying? Like I do. And it's like I think people get confused with narcissism with self-confidence too much. So it's like I don't know. It's like not narcissism. You know what I'm saying? To like think you can hold someone's attention or to think you can make a good video. Like, I'm not saying I make, well, you know, I actually do think I make decent videos sometimes. But anyway, anyway, not to jerk myself off too much. Well, I just keep hearing YouTubers call themselves narcissists. I'm like, I feel like that just isn't true. Like, I'm sure some are, like a very large, I mean, I'm sure some really are, but the ones saying it typically aren't. Anyway, I don't know why I went off a tangent there about that, but anyway, I just also want to say thank you guys so much for all the support recently. The last video hit 2K views, which is just amazing in just like 2 days, which is pretty great for this channel. Especially for a gun ranking video. I mean, not gun ranking, but like a gameplay video. That's just such a great thing. And you know, the Helldivers video got like 800 views, which isn't like, you know, my average. It's below my average. At the same time, it is good to see that if I do a different game, you guys will still watch it and give it a chance. Because that's like over half my subs, if, you know, all my subs are going watching, that watch that video. So I do appreciate that support. Just on different things that are at Warframe as well. So I just wanted to dick ride you guys a little bit. Farm some parasocialness so you guys like me more. You know, like good stuff right there. But yeah, just thank you guys for the support recently. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think of the dual Skana and what you guys want me to do next. I'm gonna be honest, there's definitely some, you guys give me some comments about some interesting things I definitely want to make videos on. Different weapons. But like some of them are kind of hard weapons to get. And my ass just be too lazy to get some of them weapons. I'm gonna be real with you guys. If they're a hard weapon to get, it might take a fucking while. Like, someone told me there's this very interesting weapon that I was actually interested in doing a video on. That says I need, like, rank 5 with the fucking, the kit, the board riders. You guys know what I'm talking about. How do I look at this? Like, they ride the surfboards. The Vent kids, or Vinny kids, or some shit. Rank 5 with them bitches? I'm not even rank 1 with them bitches. I haven't even talked to them bitches. So it's like that, if expecting that video, it might be a little while. It might be a little while. But, yeah, beyond that, you know, you know, I want to do what's recommended by you guys. I try to, but sometimes you guys give me some hard-ass weapons to get, and I'm fucking lazy. I just use the ones that I just have available to me, like, already. Ugh. Okay. Anyway. What the fuck was I saying? Yeah, okay, that's in the video. Fuck it. we ran it here at the end. For a little bit too long. Peace out, guys. Stay blessed. Thanks for the support. Have a good one.